Hello, friends. Hello, hello. Sorry, that was loud because I'm just excited. I'm excited to be here. I was diving into a particular task and very quickly lost track of time as doesn't it feel good to be in that sort of flow? And that's where I was at. So my apologies for being a couple minutes late. My name is Janessa Oriel. I'm the head of community here at Sell with Amy, and I am so excited to be able to come live right here on the Sell with Amy Facebook page to be able to chat about all things selling, right? Chat about how to utilize Sell with Amy for your business, chat about how we can support and encourage you. So I am here, and you know what? I feel like every time I stream live, something else changes on my little platform. So there's my notes, or not notes, but the comments. I do get to see them today. Hello, Leanne, and hello, Caroline. I am really excited to be here, and I've already started. Normally, I start from our to-do screen because that's typically where you start, right? When you go into the Sell with Amy page, you typically get started right here on this to-dos page, but we're not going to talk about that today. We are going to talk about link attribution. Now, for my friends who are like, Janessa, that's scary. I know. It's a scary phrase, and I just want to address it because I had a dear friend, whom which I will not say their name. They shared something really interesting, and I dove into it because I was like, oh, that's interesting. I'd love to see it. Clicked on the link that she shared, and it took me to the website, but it did not take me to her replicated website. It just took me to the generic website. So I was curious, and that's what link attribution is, okay? Link attribution means when you follow a link, if it is assigning that to you. That's one of the benefits of Sell with Amy. One of the benefits of using links from within Sell with Amy, specifically the product tab, or more specifically, what we're going to talk about today is the social shop. Using links from within the social shop will be sure to send your customers to your replicated website so you get the credit and more specifically the commissions for the sale. So that's what we want to talk about. That's what link attribution means. It just means that you are not necessarily sending somebody to like Google your company name or Google the product that you just shared. You want to give them a link that will point them directly to your replicated website so you get paid for it. Okay, so that's where the social shop is so beneficial. And the reason I was saying, okay, we're talking about link attribution, so now we know what that means. We just know that we're going to get credit for any links that people click on, because if you are presenting something intriguing and you're sharing a collection, for example, we've talked about collections. Drop your questions below if you have questions on collections. Wow, that's a tongue twister, huh? Hi, Casey and Carol. So if you have questions on collections, we can talk about that as well. But the social shop is awesome because it gives people a first impression of you that is totally branded, not necessarily to your company, but to you. Okay. Now, some friends are like, I don't want to be the center of attention. You're not being the center of attention, but people trust you, which is why they buy from you. So your social shop sets you up for success in that regard. It's setting you up for success in making sure that your customers are getting those recommendations directly from you. But more specifically, of course, those recommendations are going to have links that are attributed to your replicated website. So again, you don't end up sending them to corporate and then they have to like pick a consultant or something to that effect. Additionally, it allows you to sort of set the shopping tone. What I mean by that is, let's first take a look at this. I have a pretty well-rounded social shop, okay? It helps that I work for the company, but I've filled this out multiple times and I go back and check it often. I am going to ask you, if you're watching this on a laptop or desktop, I'm going to ask you to grab your phone, okay? And I'm going to ask you to go ahead and pull up, go into Sell with Amy, and then lower right-hand corner, we are in the account tab. Okay, let's go back to the account tab. And then upper right-hand corner is social shop. So we're going to go to the social shop. Okay, this is your settings. This is setting it up. If yours looks different than mine, it should because you don't have my face, right? But if you don't have a photo here, let's make sure there's a photo here. It's important. All right, so we want to make sure there's a photo here so that way you can have an image so people know that they're not just shopping from your company, but they're shopping from you specifically. We're going to show how this shows up on the social shop as well. Your username, if it's generic, okay, if it's generic, it's going to be not as easy to remember. Ideally, this would match your social profiles. This would match your Instagram. Facebook has only your name as your social profile, but YouTube, Instagram, anything with like a name, an avatar, a name, right? You want to make sure that it matches that if possible, okay? It may not, right? But you want to make sure that this is easy. This could be your, not your team page, but more specifically like your VIP page name. You can use that same thing. Just make it unique to you, okay? And then your bio, you want to make sure this is up to date. And you can modify this as many times as you want. You can change it for each party that you do. How cool would that be? So excited to host Rebecca in her party, if you're in a party plan, right? Or fundraising or whatever. You can change this as much as you want. This is your bio. And then anytime you do anything, you want to hit save. Lastly, we're going to talk about links. Now, if your links, of course, again, should look different than mine, but if you only have shop, host, and join, okay, if you have shop, host, and join here, that's awesome. Sell with Amy sets that up for you. But we want to include more resources for your customers. This is similar to other programs that some friends might already be paying for. This is included in the pro version of Sell with Amy. So if you already have pro Sell with Amy, you can dump any other websites that you either use for free or and they have like their branding and stuff on it, or if you are using a paid version of a multiple link generator, you no longer need to do that. You can use Sell with Amy for that. So you can include a YouTube channel, you can include favorites, you can include your VIP page, you can include lots of links here that will allow your customers to have a guided shopping experience, okay? So this is where we want to start. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay, we're going to go ahead and view the social shop. It's going to load. This is what my customers see. Everything that we did here, we just talked about, right? So we have the profile photos there. The reach out is actually just a link to the contact form. How cool is that? If they reach out, they're entering their information into Sell with Amy for you. Don't do the data entry, friends. Have your customers do it. It's going to be more accurate, okay? Additionally, this is that bio. You can change that again at as many times as you would like. Additionally, links are the first thing that shows. So if you have links, you're giving them the opportunity to dive in and be curious, right? People are nosy. You know this. And so they can be nosy, learning more about how your company benefits or the company products benefits them. Or you can set the tone of, can't live without it. Speaking of, if we're jumping over to the feed, if you have Instagram, you can have a feed. This feed is beautiful. It's generated from your Instagram posts, and you can choose to include images here or not. These link to products or your shop host or join page, okay? Whatever you choose. And we can drop some help portal articles in the comments so that way you can get some additional resources on that. But that's where the feed comes from. And then my friends, this is my favorite. The collections page is awesome. It's our newest feature, I think. Yes, it's our newest feature. They keep adding things, and so sometimes it's not. But you can drop things in here. Now, if you have items that are, for example, ooh, look at how many baking favorites I have. I need to remove those. I can show you how to do that. So for example, if you have a green or a purple square or whatever, if you have a solid colored square, you can go in and edit these collections and add a header image. So that way it's enticing and engaging for your customers. They can dive into that, okay? So as you can see, there's all sorts of things. So what I strongly encourage you to do is, if you have a few categories, cool. I also encourage you to create your favorites. This again is creating a cool shopping experience. And again, if I were to dive into these, we can go ahead and take a look. These are all attributed to my Pineapple Crown store, okay? Meaning if someone clicks on this link, they're not going to be taken to the website and then, well, this is a fictitious website, but that's besides the point. They're not going to be taken to the website and then like it's going to go to somebody else. These are all going to go to me from a commission standpoint, so you won't lose any sales. So I strongly encourage you, if you've not played in the social shop, I know it's big. I know there's a lot of functionality and I know that it can be a little scary, but I'm here to hold your hand, as are all the friends here that are joining in, whether they're watching live with us or if they're here for our replay, which is what we call our hashtag after party. We're all here to do this together. So I encourage you to do a little social shop reboot. Take a peek at your settings. Let's go back into Amy. So take a look at this page. Is it set up? And then if it is, awesome, be proud of yourself. You can even copy that link and share it with us, okay? We'd love to be able to see your social shop. If you've set this part up, but you've not necessarily added collections yet, go to the products tab, okay, the magnifying glass in the bottom tray here, and scroll down to the bottom where it says my collection, my product collections. Now in this example, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look at and see, we're going to edit this collection. Take a peek. So I can see I've got 7 products. It's not highlighted on the social shop, but I can. You can remove the header. You can update the header. Play with your collections a little bit too, okay? We want to make sure that you're using all the functionality in Sell with Amy and Friends. I know there's a lot, but that's why we do these trainings so we can talk about how you can round out that experience. A lot of our friends who've been using the app for maybe 2, 3, 4 years don't necessarily have these new functionalities filled out and they're not using them to their maximum potential, right? So we're here to remind you there's more here, friends. There's more than there was a year ago. There's more than there was 2 years ago, of course. We want to make sure that you're maximizing Sell with Amy because whether you're on Pro for just the follow-ups, or if you're on Pro to receive invoices, or you're on Pro to be able to reach out to your team members, or you're on Pro, there's a million reasons, right? We just want to make sure you're sort of tackling each bucket at a time. So that is my challenge to you. I've been ignoring my comments. I'm going to go back and peek at them. Hey, Natasha. You made it on live. Woo. And Shirley and Aline, love it. Good to see friends here. Good to see friends. Sheila says, I have a link for all my open parties using Linktree. My friend, you can use all your open parties within the within your business links, okay? To be able to add those, you go to the business links and you can add them here, and then you can choose to have them. So for example, if I look here, or sorry, that's where you add them. And then under social shop, you can go down here. So if I wanted to add a link to the page, you can also do it here. Put your open parties in there. That's a great way to do it, right? It's really easy. All you have to do is edit the link name and then paste it. So I encourage you, if you're using another service, let's make sure it ties in, because how cool is it to have it on your social shop where there's already a contact form button right at the top, right? We want to give everybody a great shopping experience and make it really easy. Wanda just found the collections yesterday. It looks interesting. It's very cool, especially for our friends who do online parties. If you present things in categories, as many online parties are done, we're going to talk about pineapple things. Let's talk about pineapple home decor. Let's talk about pineapple kitchen gadgets, goods, baking goods, right? Let's talk about things that are great for the bathroom, right? So if you're breaking your products into categories and presenting them in an online party, how cool is it to then say, here's the collection link for this group of products that we just introduced? It makes it so much easier for your customers to shop from you. And again, those are going to be there will be link attributions, right? They will all be linked to your website and there won't be any mix-ups, right? Sheila says, that's awesome. Lots of aha moments right now. Laugh out loud. I need to go back and update my Amy. Yes, Priscilla, we're here to cheer you on for that. And that's why we have these conversations, is just sort of a reminder, right? There's a lot here. Sometimes we get a little stuck. And after the last year, let me tell you, I haven't worn like lipstick in a long time, but I put it on today and was like, man, I feel fancy. Sometimes you have to dive into things that you haven't looked at in a while. Maybe it's your social shop, and social shop's a beast, friends. It's a lot in there. So that's why I encourage you. If you have questions, please drop them below. I will answer them. Somebody else from the team will answer them, or some friends will answer them who are diving in and experiencing it as well. So I encourage you to have the conversation here, have the conversation over in community, because I love community, friends. And I am so excited to be able to help you dive in additionally. So thanks for spending some time with me today. I hope you have an incredible rest of your day and the weekend. And I am so excited to see what you're going to do this May, because it's May, guys. What? All right. Bye, friends.